Okay. Let's see. You say you want to pick my brain. Now I got to come my brain back. Because I think this was back in 1976, if I'm serving correctly.
I believe that is exactly when.
Yeah, so I had that performance, so I'm going to go for memory.
All right.
But I think it was 1976.
Okay.
And one of the crucial parts, Chris, I want to make, that the former pastor at the time was Father Quinlan.
Right.
And when the IHM nuns gave him notification that they would be leaving, all right,
okay,
he wanted somebody from the black community. He wanted a black identity,
right,
for St. Mary.
Okay.
And the first person that he was interested in, he went through some other enemies, but the real one that he was interested in at that time was Miss Minnie Thomas.
Oh, okay.
And she tried to work it out, but that did not work out.
Okay.
So she and I talked, which this will have to be for publication, and she said that he gonna come to you. I said, what? And ask you. And at that time, I was working for the city of Chesapeake as a social worker. Okay. So I thought about it, discussed with my family, things like that. And my wife at the time I was married. And I said, well, let me do it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So once he found out that I said yes, he was excited. Okay. So at that time, we was branching out. So when I say branching out, St. Mary's East, St. Mary's West.
Okay. St.
Mary's East was downtown Montford, the original St. Mary. St. Mary's West was in Ghent at the old that school was in Ghent. Sacred Heart. Okay. Okay, they were closed. Had closed. Okay.
Okay.
So he left it up to me. So it was 3 nuns that were in school. Okay. So what I had to do was give a notice to social services. Mm-hmm. And when I came over, then I had to get to the nuts and bolts of things. I had to get up to speed as to how I was going to have the staff. Okay. It wasn't paying orders none at the time anyway. But I had 2 kindergartners, 2 first graders, and 2 second grades, and 2 fourth grades. All of those were housed at St. Mary's East.
Okay.
Then I had a 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. But they were housed at St. Mary's West.
Okay.
And once everything was in place, we had our first orientation was back in the latter part of first part of August, so that way, yeah. And brought the 2 staffs together, and we logistically worked out, who would be teaching what grades and who would at East and at West.
Okay.
So once we established that, and when I say I had the nuns and the other staff, we ordered the books.
Okay.
Prior to having our I used to call it a retreat, but it really wasn't that. It was the first edition orientation. And I had to run them by Father Quinlan before I asked that. made the decision. And he, for the most part, I'm telling you, he was very instrumental. And he got scholarships and things for kids and paid their fees. You know, Richards, he's passed on to glory. You remember Dr. Richards?
Yeah.
And his wife, Richards, they had 2 sons in our school, okay? And both of them are doctors now. I'm saying lawyers, we got council members, we got this and that. So all of that school, a lot of prominent individuals got in prominent situations all around the world, man. So, so I'm saying, thank God for that. And but Bob Richards used to come there, man, and ask me, he said, I want to know the amount of money that I got to pay for my 2 children to come here for the whole year. The whole year. He was very active. He gave money to the school. I mean, so I can go back and in retrospect, get into that phone that we had a lot of good things happening at school. And we had a lot of individuals who go on and become active in the military with rank, like captain and above and stuff like that. It was just so good to see later on in the years that type of fruit that came out of that school. You know, so I think after 3.5 years, and I don't have any regrets. It was opportunity that I could never even put a dollar sign on it. I enjoyed it, even through that. Some people say, even through the storm, there was some calmness, you know. Yeah. And I got a lot of press, you know, because Catherine Jenner interviewed me, Virginia Pollard interviewed me, and Jenny Guide interviewed me. So it was a lot of things, spotlight, St. Mary's East and St. Mary's West, you know. So, summation, man, call for my memory, you know, I can't, I got a lot I could say, but I don't want to say too much.